It's directed at impaired driving, and we know a lot about DWIs. We know we have a problem in that area, and we're working on that area. And there may be a problem in this area as well. And so the idea is to bring in people and really look at, number one, do we have a problem with people driving under the influence of marijuana? And if so, how do we test for that? And number two would be to look at the level. As you know, with alcohol, you have a certain level, and we test with the breath test. They have those portable devices, which seems to work pretty well. If an officer suspects someone's driving under heavy influence of marijuana and is driving erratically, this particular law would basically provide the procedures for the officer to follow the law. Well, we have a large number of people that are killed, and some of them we can't explain. Sometimes it's maybe driving while they're too tired, and if you read if you're taking a medication, some of the medication says you should not drive after taking the medication. And in the case of marijuana, we may have a problem where people are taking it and they are impaired, and they may be in a position where someone gets killed as a result of that. It's my understanding that a blood test is the only way you can test for that. And
where did
the officer can, the officer, they're allowed to use their discretion, how erratic was the driving and so on, and they question people, were you fumbling around with your purse, or were you eating supper while you're trying to drive, or so they exercise their discretion. But the bottom line is that they want to make sure that people that are driving are safe, and there are a lot of people killed that that it's not necessarily the one that was driving drunk or under the influence that gets killed. A lot of times it's the other people. So we're going to see, I think, through the public hearing process, what everybody. Well, I have them. I have copies of testimony that's going to be given Tuesday, and you're going to learn that about the same time I do.
So who put that in the bill, or who had that in the bill?
That was provided by one of my constituents that has done considerable research on it, and it's my understanding that there will be people that are experts in the field at the hearing, because I'm certainly not an expert.